as usual, we are back in the studio. Different from the usual days. Today we are doing it in the dark. UDCL has done it as usual. But nevertheless, we will be here to serve you. So as usual on the mic, I'm JW. And I'll be taking you through what we're going to be discussing. Later on, my colleague WS will be able to come into play. So today's podcast, today is pod 15, GreatMinds Pod 15. And we'll be looking at results. Surprisingly, this time we'll be looking at results for 2 game weeks. That is game week 14 and game week 15. And we'll be focusing on the few things that happened so far in game week 16 that happened midweek. We'll look at the games so far that have happened or transpired over the weekend, and where we see Arsenal title hopes being shattered by the usual Aston Villa. And of course, we'll look at the EPL table and how it currently stands. The ancestors being at the bottom, and newcomers being in the top league. We'll look at our local scene. And surprisingly, we've always been forgetting about this colleague of ours. That is Yusuf Baliruno. And his money he demands for podcasting football. And of course, we have a nitty-gritty segment with the Mutiaba. The hot cake topic for Mutiaba. We are yet to unveil it. We'll be looking at AFCON. And specifically focusing on the Uganda group, that is Group C, and our survival rate. And of course, we'll be looking at the EPL key teams. This time we are looking at Crystal Palace and Everton. And of course, our key player for this segment is Mo Salah. And his worst performance ever in his entire career. We will look at it. We'll back with the tech segment. And we'll be looking at Take Under 16 versus Africa.
Yeah.
Then, of course, we'll be looking at our fantasy teams. We have a few elements in there. We have the overall cup that has just begun. We have 2 free hits, 5 free transfers. And of course, we'll focus on our usual teams, our usual fantasy teams, and our prediction for game week 16. And of course, finally, we'll be going into our conclusion, which is a free will, a free mind. So, at WS, before you introduce yourself, has UDCL surprised you, or this is the usual tone?
This is the standard procedure. I think if we spend like a week and power has not gone off once,
yes,
everybody who's working in UEDCL should get a raise. But that has never happened. So,
you know, there's a government organization here that has ever received a handshake. Are you proposing the handshake should be going literally to whoever gets a handshake?
I don't know why they got the handshake. But for you, EDCL, all we need is a week. Let them last a week without power going off. They will deserve that handshake.
But now power has gone off, but you're recording.
Yeah, because, you know, in Uganda, you have to be ready for anything. So we prepared for this.
So
we have our backups.
The reason that's why double lines, double power.
Yes.
You have Umeme, you have the UDCL.
And then you have to
find another
source.
Probably solar, maybe have a generator, or maybe, I don't know, have a backup. So how is the week so far?
So far, again, it's still tight. Last time...
WS, you can use that chance also to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yes, hello everyone. This is WS as usual. And from Tiagas. But when it was in Chadondo, and my friend, things were tough. Tiagas everywhere, canes. For me, that day I refused to move. I knew it was obvious.
Yes.
Either you move and get caned, or stay put for your own safety.
Or stay put. But there's so far we'll say at a later date is that they are changing in these elections. We've been told they are peaceful. Candidates are doing their campaigns that they are supposed to do them, minus interactions from the police. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, double race is that topic is usually our, I think if it's language, it's like fifth language.
Yes.
So it's not usually something that we want to usually focus here. I want us to jump in right away because not very well we had midweek.
Yeah.
Like we had informed our viewers in the previous segment. And this is the first time it's happening this game season.
Yes.
For EPL. And as we speak, we have Fulham and Man City. That's the game that I want us to focus on. Briefly at double S. Fulham performance in the Man City game. Remember that Man City was 2-0 ahead of them, and we knew very well that this is a done deal, done and dusted.
Yeah.
But was surprising, this game ended 4-5.
It was a shock.
Of course, Man City winning, but if that game had extended just an extra 5 minutes more, things would have been the other way around. What's your take, Davares?
I don't know what happened because at some moment, Man City led 5-1. 5-1. And how do you leading 5-1? And then you get scored 3 goals.
And you know very well in the previous game week, Man City actually behaved in a similar manner.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, so is it that they are floppy? What is happening to Donnarumma?
I don't know what's happening.
Or
maybe
the defense is just stagger.
Yeah, to the whole team. I think maybe when they did when they have like a 2-goal cushion, now they become reluctant. And now they're like, let's play the way we want. We're already winning. And that almost cost them the game. Yeah,
but what if these what we refer to them as underdogs? They have mastered the art of which the so-called top league clubs play, and that they know that let them have the ball, but at one moment we'll get to them, because that leads us to our next game as we combine them. That is Leeds against Chelsea, and surprisingly, the underdog hammering 3-1.
Yeah, I don't know how Chelsea lost that game. Palmer came in, but again, there was nothing much to change.
Yeah,
it was already a done deal. You know, even in the City game, when Pep was being interviewed, he said he lost all his hair, as if he had any. He didn't have any to begin with.
But he said he lost all his hair.
Yeah.
So when you look at that Leeds Chelsea game, Leeds hammering, and then of course you bring in Liverpool and then Sunderland and then drawing. You notice that here we are looking at Fulham, we are looking at Leeds, we are looking at Sunderland. These are underdogs.
Yeah.
But the impact that they are causing at the so-called top clubs is alarming. So do you think the trends for the so-called prime is doing alternating current now?
For Premier League, I would say this is the Premier League. Anything can happen. Leicester did win the trophy when he was just promoted the previous season.
Everyone was sleeping. They never focus on him.
So that's why, who said it? Was it Pep? Or Klopp? Every game you play is like a final.
That is Klopp. Well, that is the Klopp statement. He said in EPL, every game that you play, whether it is game week 1, you have to play it like a final. And for FYI, that man realizing that he cannot handle that pressure, he's enjoying his vacation. He has watched cinemas. He has gone to, usually has visited everything now. So, Davares.
Yeah.
And that same game week, we had a weird game. To me, I thought Man U would actually win that game. I'm referring to the game that Man U played against West Ham.
Yeah.
And that game ended in a 1-1. Of course, Man U went in there first. That is by Diego Jota. And surprisingly, this time, Amron didn't make the weird substitute that usually recommend him, don't want him to do. But surprisingly, in the 8th minute, Sunderland scores. Are you surprised?
Sunderland?
Yes. I mean, sorry, West Ham. West Ham scores.
For United, I'm not surprised. Actually, it's the trend I'm seeing with my team these days. I think we are doing better with teams that possess the ball more than us, whereby they score early and we are the one to chase from behind. But when it comes to teams that we are possessing, that we are playing better than, somehow we score early, but then we concede a goal at the later stage of the game. So I don't know. But by the way, on a serious note, West Ham has come back to life.
Yeah,
under Ole Spirit.
Exactly, yes. That's how it looks like. It looks like it is really showing potential. But again, I will insist in that game, Man U was high. Was high. I mean, personally, I was certain that you were winning that game.
That's what I also thought.
Yeah. So, but surprisingly, this is what happens. But nevertheless, Man U is also Man U. If they win, they win. If they lose, it's something as usual. Someone was telling me earlier that they're actually comfortable. Arsenal losing, it's like, oh my God, those guys have lost. But Man U losing, it's business as usual.
Yeah, that is now something normal.
So, Davores, if we are to continue and then move to this game week that we are in, that we are yet to wind up probably today at 11. If of course UDCL doesn't misbehave by that time, we'll be able to watch the game. I don't know if you have.
But they don't want us to watch the game.
Well, probably they want you to go in our Bibanda. What's the English version of the Bibanda? Is it the theater? I don't want the football Bibanda.
That is funny because I don't think now it's up this thing. How can we say? Is it a theater?
Theater of football here.
Because they also watch movies from our Bibanda.
So maybe FYI, I mean you say FYI, we won't be in position to go to. So double race to start off. Aston Villa hammering Arsenal in a game that ended when we wanted the match to continue for the next 30 minutes. You saw we were watching the game and you would be like, clear the ball. But to our surprise, yeah, exactly, the second goal from the corner.
I have no one to blame.
The ball refused to go away from the ball. People are falling, people are jumping, people left there. So is that part of the playbook, or that was just like Arsenal's master rules?
I don't know. I think when it's not your day, it's not your day. Arsenal put everything on the line. They put everything they had on the line. You saw Timber.
Yeah.
Everyone was just putting bodies in front of the ball, but the ball was not getting cleared. I think even at what moment Timber wanted to hold the ball, like, hit it with the hand to make it go away. But if you are to lose,
when it was falling down, that's exactly what we did. Before that goal, Davores, we had Watkins. Watkins had a clear chance. He first and foremost threw one of the defenders for Arsenal.
Yes.
Then he did a serious cut to the other defender, completely off.
And he was alone now with the keeper.
Exactly. Only rare to make that save. So it shows me that this game, Aston Villa had actually come to win. And I've read a comment somewhere whereby they are saying that Uran Emery was an Arsenal coach.
Yeah, once.
So
before
when they
went to Aston Villa.
Exactly, when they fired him and then brought in Arteta. Now this man is like, let me show you that I cannot coach underdogs. He's trying to show them that Arsenal is an underdog. Remember, there was a previous season, I think last season but one, Aston Villa hammered us, making us lose.
Home and away.
Exactly, making us lose the title. And do you think they are doing the same thing now? Or do you think it was just luck for them to win?
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's the play style. When you find a team, you sometimes will struggle with others because of their play style. Sometimes not who's better, but maybe Arsenal is just weak when it goes against Aston Villa. And I saw some comment and some guy was saying Arsenal's best enemy. And Unai Emery was seated there. The man has become a problem for Arsenal. And also this season they were taking a good lead, by the way, like 6 points clean off the one in the second place.
That was Chelsea,
but then they drew a game, and then also
Manchester crossed in.
They got hammered
exactly
by Aston Villa. So I think now Manchester has really closed in. Now it's just 2 points,
even including Aston Villa itself.
All
those teams are closing in. So double race. If you look at the previous game week 14,
Yeah.
Leeds hammered Chelsea 3-1.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at this game week, Leeds drew with Liverpool in a spectacular game. Again, Leeds was behind.
I think that's another game that was fun to watch. The first half was boring. There were no goals.
Exactly.
But then, I don't know
half.
what happened in the second half. We saw 6 goals. 6 goals. And Liverpool led 2-0. Somehow, somewhere,
They got a penalty.
they get equalized. Now, when they scored the third goal,
The second goal. Do you remember the second goal? Then Liverpool scored the third goal.
I thought Liverpool was winning it.
Even me, I had given up. But to my surprise, and this is something that I will keep on telling you, that even though Leeds were 1 goal down against Liverpool, they never gave up.
And also
they
the coach
continue to
made some
play.
good substitutions.
Exactly. Actually, if you can,
miraculous substitutions there. 3 players that became a problem for Liverpool.
For Liverpool. And before you knew it, the goal ended in a 3-3. So again, the performance of Liverpool. Are you surprised?
Liverpool,
because this is happening. I mean,
now whether this proves one thing. The problem isn't with Salah. It's with the whole team. Okay. He's been benched for 3 games and they're still losing.
Yeah.
Okay, they did win 1, but the rest of the games they have been losing. They drew this one without Salah. And also winning the game, the previous game, you remember it was luck. Gakpo, the defender, committed and then he failed to clear the ball with the head. And then Gakpo was standing right there, and that is luck. Because if the defender didn't commit and hesitated, stayed back, the goal wouldn't have gone in.
Yes, that's true.
So what can we say? Is the problem with Salah or Liverpool in general?
I'm starting to think it's the coach now.
Probably.
The coach is the problem. Because yes, we are saying we are all of them. You know very well how we don't support Mo Salah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen how Liverpool is. Okay. When they played this game, I actually thought, yes, the problem was the guy. But the result standing around, I'm like, no, I think it's just the coach doesn't have any touch anymore. It's either out of shape or he cannot do as needed. But nevertheless, double race, Fulham and Crystal Palace. And why we are specifically focusing on this game is I wanted to concentrate much on Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It hammered Fulham 2-0. Do you think Crystal Palace has chances of playing in the UCL? Next
for
season?
now, things are tight. But I would say so far, what we have seen this season, based off the 15 game weeks that we've seen, I would say yes. They deserve the UCL spot.
In your ranking, basically, if you want to just rank, other than the EPL results or EPL table now, you give me your top 5 teams. Irrespective of their win, just you.
Number 1.
Yes.
Arsenal.
So you still believe Arsenal would still be number 1?
Yeah. Number 2, Man City. Number 3, I'll give it Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yes.
In the 3rd position.
Number 4, I'd go with Chelsea.
Number 5,
Aston Villa.
So you're literally measuring the way these clubs are. But I want to ask you $1 million question. Is this how this table is going to be come game week 38?
For now, we don't know because some teams were
basing on your prediction.
Some African players who are leaving, by the way, for the AFCON. So for some teams, it might be hard to cope up without those playmakers, those essential players.
But they're not going. They're just going for a month.
But you know what 3 losses can do to you.
Exactly.
By the time you come back, you are behind 7 points.
True.
And so things might be a bit tight. But I think as we stand now, things are going to continue like that until in January, when we go into the transfer window. And people can bring in some new players. There may be things might change a little. But for now, I think things are going to stay the way they are.
And double race, UDCL has answered your players. So Meme is back.
Yeah.
He should be happy now.
We have to watch the game. I think they're just hating on us.
So moving on forward is that if you look at the EPL table, Gabi. So if you look at the EPL table, and we are looking at Arsenal being in number 1, Man City being the 2nd, Aston Villa being in the 3rd, Crystal Palace being in the 4th, Chelsea being in the 5th, and of course Everton being in the 6th position. As it stands now, are you surprised by that?
My shock is Everton. I don't know how or why Everton is there, but I think Everton is going through a metamorphosis. Everton is transforming. You remember in the previous 4 seasons, Everton has been by the time the season ends, it's in the 17th position.
Yeah,
it's on the edge. They are nearing relegation, and somehow, right now, they are in a Europa spot. I don't know how. I don't know why. But they have been hammering their people. The last game week 14, they managed to hammer Bournemouth 1-0. That was a shock.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have won, but with Bournemouth scoring at least 1 goal. But they didn't score any. By the way, Everton has a very good defense.
So is the goalkeeper. Don't you think could be Pickford making all this to happen?
Yeah, I think, and also they made some good transfers. They brought in Dewsbury Hall, Grealish. They are becoming something now.
And you think Grealish has made a thing for them?
Yeah. He has been making a lot of assists, and he has scored some good goals, unlike in Man City, where he was flopping all the time. Now he can do something for himself here in Everton because he's a starter and he plays 90 minutes.
Okay. So, Davaris, as we wind on onto the EPL table, I know very well I think the previous game week we never had a segment on the local scene.
Yeah.
If we had, maybe we didn't discuss that much. But today, like I had mentioned earlier, our dear viewers, is that we have a packed segment for the local scene. And as great minds, we don't want kuryazamanya. How is kuryazamanya in English? Forfeiting your debt.
Kuryazamanya.
Whatever it is, maybe if you was there can give us
a lot of terms. I don't know.
What kuryazamanya is. But literally, we want to focus on a football commentator legend. I don't know if we played. Did he play football? Professional football?
Who?
Yusuf.
No.
Because personally, remember during Chan, I watched this guy having a kafane speaker spot on himself.
Yes.
Trying to do commentary for football. I don't know who he was broadcasting to or wherever it was going to, but surprisingly, I'm told he has been doing this for one of the radio stations here. And for quite a long time. And it has come to a point that he actually demands some good serious money for them for the radio station has not been playing for this guy.
Yeah, all the time.
So at Davaris, I want you to you're going to play for us the echo. I mean for the audio for himself, Yusuf Valuno trying to make allegation that one of the radio stations has really paid to him, and then we hear what we have to say about it, or maybe what we can discuss about it, given the fact that you've ever interfaced with him or you saw him when he's doing his commentary.
Actually, let me play the video.
The audio.
Ate era nga ngenda n'ebweru okubakikirira okuweereza emipiira kyebatakkiriza bagamba nti saagenda bweru kuweereza mipiira gya Uganda mbu nali kubanga nali simanyi luzungu neneebuuza nze nali nkola ku BBC oba radio ya CBS gye nali mpeerezako ya Luganda yabaffe waliwo omuntu yenna yali aweereza omupiira ku radio ya CBS n'aweereza mu luzungu nze bwe mbadde mmanyi nti naweerezanga mu Luganda bw'ogamba nti saagenda bweru kuweereza mupiira nga nguweereza ku radio ya CBS kuba nali simanyi luzungu. Mukama Katonda wange omulungi nsaba onteekerebwa amaanyi enkya nja kudda mbabuulire nzije n'obukakafu bwonna mubalage buli kibu kye nateekayo nze Yusufu Baliro of Uganda.
All right, so Double S, I'll start by doing just a few translations from what he's saying. So number one, what he's saying is that he would travel out to broadcast football for CBS. Okay, and they are saying that there's never literally broadcasted for them any match because he doesn't broadcast in English or he doesn't know English. And what he's saying is that he had all the football commentators on CBS and none of them uses English.
And this is a Buganda radio station.
Exactly.
So everything should be in Luganda.
Yes. So his argument is that they are saying he never broadcasted for the radio station because he was broadcasting, he didn't know English. So he's claiming that, maybe all the travel tickets, the accommodation, etc., he needs that money to be paid. And he says in that clip we had at the end that will be coming back to give us more conclusive evidence. But Double S, that is literally what was in that clip. Are these allegations false or they are real?
I think they might be real because they made a justification for what he said. They called him a freelancer. Their defense, they are saying the man was a freelancer.
Where did you get that from? Like, so imagine boarding a plane, paying for accommodation, and then you come back. You broadcast. We listen to you when you're broadcasting. I don't know what era he was broadcasting in. Personally, I've never had him broadcasting on a radio station.
Yeah.
Personally, maybe it was in the other previous era. But just imagine all that hassle, and then he comes back. You saw him when we went for Chan. He sits in ordinary.
Yes.
Very squashed up place, but he has his small phone and some small earphones, and he's trying to really do. And remember, in Nambole, there is a section that is reserved for media.
Yeah.
But probably the guy doesn't have enough resources to sit in that particular section, so he has to hustle by his voice bundles, roads on, and then broadcasts to the other fellow peers. So, is this how football commentators are treated in Uganda or in Africa at large?
Because I think this is the first radio presenter that has come out to say they don't earn enough. The last person we saw complain was Sheila Gashumba on NTV.
Yes.
And even also Katz came out and also said that it was true. They don't get enough money.
Yeah, and I've had similar comments that saying that the luxurious life that those guys want to live in, and like the TV, whatever, cannot pay for that.
Yes. So because if, let's say, because in my opinion, I think TV is way better than radio. And TV presenters should be earning more than radio presenters. So if a TV presenter is complaining to be earning minimum wage, now what about someone working on the radio? And to add on that, in addition to the low wage, you're not even paying at all. You even don't want to pay the guy the little wage or the little commission that he's working for.
Yeah, but so Double S, if Yusuf knew that he wasn't being paid for all that time, why would he continue doing it?
I don't know, maybe for him, personally, maybe it was passion.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Is the argument or his accusations are not real or are not based on the fact? Because I mean, why would you continue working after 5 months? And you say he's demanding over 100 plus million. I mean, that's a lot of money. Imagine having a rented house and you have one of those tenants, and the tenants, 1 month, 1 year down the road, you're not demanding him, and then later on you say, take him to police for, but we're like, come on, where have you been for the whole year? You get? So that's the same thing I'm asking, that why is he coming out now? Does he want to tarnish the radio station?
I think back in the day when he was still working, maybe he was getting a few donations. You know, those people get money. You know, they get funds. And let's say you're a fan, you'll be like, hey, I like you. I've seen you commented, or I've heard you speak about this and this and this, and I like your show. So I'd like to give you a little soda. And people keep giving him money. And by then he was okay. So he was like, even if they don't pay, who cares?
But now, exactly.
I get money from adverts, I get money from donations. So now that Mazeba Ngatakola obavu mukubi. So it's like, you know what? I worked for this number of years. He's saying over he worked was since like 2002. And it's like since then the man was not getting paid. And then he added everything up. All the years, the salary, the commission, whichever. And then he's like, he wants his money. And the radio are saying, no, for you are a freelancer. And by the way, if you are not under a contract, you can't go and demand someone money. Because he's not obliged to pay you. You have no contract that you are working for me. So maybe he's a freelancer. And maybe the radio guys don't want to pay. So it could go either way. But for this case, I'm supporting him. You know, if you worked for all those years, you need to go out there and demand for your money. You need to get paid, because now the guy is getting old.
Yeah, but
at least give him severance.
But Doris, I asked you earlier, did he or does he have a contract with the station?
You're not sure. And now,
so I think one of the things that he needs to start up with is let him produce his contract. And people see that, yes, indeed, he had the contract and they never paid for him, because there are no companies that are capable of doing something similar to that. And they could be harassing the guy, when the reality is it's the fact of its matter. Now, away from Yusufu, is that there is something that is trending with our usual Mutiaba. There are some accusation that is putting on ground. Remember, this is the man who made the noise when they are bringing the new table or the format. All the dirty games that are happening within the football. But now there is something that is rotating around with bringing up names, and it's of a serious matter. I know we are not yet liberty to discuss it, as we are still gathering more evidence. But Davores, do you think we need to dig deeper into this, or we need to just let it go?
Because to be honest, for starters, we have no proof. Me personally, people say they notice these kind of things. I've never noticed any. I don't know whether when I walk, I'm single focused. I focus on what I want and what I'm going to do, and I don't focus on anything else. But people keep saying that all over town, even with normal people, the things are there. So I don't know what to say.
And actually, if you had a few comments here and there, they are saying how they are so much common, especially in the academies. And also within the normal clubs. And apparently was also saying that chances are to get a number at our national team. It's part of the incentive that are supposed to be, somehow. So
as opposed to entice the coach to recommend you.
Exactly. So there are very many things that are happening that we don't want to put our ears into yet now, until maybe we got some concrete evidence. Maybe until when we can get a chance at the day to have him hosted, and then see his justification and the likes. The only issue is that this podcast is in English. Most of the podcasts I've heard about him have been in our local language.
And by the way,
hopefully,
he was saying that also saying he does those kind of stuff just to tarnish his name. So, but with all that info, we have no proof.
But do you think,
we have no evidence.
Do you think if these are accusations and without evidence, do you think he's doing it for the likes of likes? Or he actually has a very valid point that we have failed to give him our ears?
I think this is in the same bracket as Yusufu's case. It's a case where someone is pointing out something very important, but we have no proof or evidence to support him. Because he could be wanting to get some likes. Because I think we've never talked about this, but I think back in the days, the players' pay was really bad, poor. So by the time you retire, you have nothing of your own. You have not built a business to start up, and by the time you retire, you start struggling. So maybe he could use this to get some money. It's like a jail-free card. Go out there and say things you think that will entice us, and then we get behind your back, we overthrow whoever is the president of our president, and then you get a position.
Yeah. So at Double Race, we are going to task this to ANL to see if we can maybe get first more concrete details about what this guy is doing.
Okay.
And how things are. So I want us to move to Chan.
Yeah.
I mean rather AFCON.
AFCON.
You know, AFCON is just around the corner. Yeah. And as we speak,
we're on the countdown.
We're on 21st.
Yeah, 21st.
And if you look today being 8th, I mean 8th of December.
The opening ceremony is on 21st.
Exactly. So that means we really have a few days to AFCON.
Yeah.
So now for this segment, I want us to look at just keenly, briefly, because next game week, the few game weeks that's going to come, we're going to be dissecting each and every group that we see what the favorites, who is likely to hammer the other one, and the etc. Quickly, just as a teaser for our audience out there, is Group C, and specifically why Group C is because that's where our Uganda is.
Yeah.
And in that same group, we have Nigeria. We have Tanzania. We have Tunisia. And of course, Uganda. So, Double Race, $1 million question. I don't know if you've looked at all these teams.
Yeah.
What is our survival rate?
It's very low. If you're not careful, even Tanzania will hammer us. I'm telling you. We used to hammer these guys like nothing in Sekafa and everything. Yeah. But I don't know, over the years something changed and they became stronger. Did you know they were in the last AFCON and we weren't? Yeah.
So I know you've already have a detailed list for the players that they have invited for Uganda.
Yeah.
Specifically for this AFCON. We're not going to get into it, but maybe in the next podcast, I want us to come with that detailed list.
Yeah.
And at least in comparison with the players that they would have invited and they didn't invite them. And what impact will it have in this? Because if you look at Nigeria, it's not an easy team.
It's not an easy team, but I think it's beatable.
It's beatable. And the Tanzania is beatable to me.
Yeah, I think all teams that we have are beatable. But I don't know, something in Uganda's play style, I don't know, it's not convincing enough for me to go out there and be certain that we are going to win a match.
Our president will entice them.
With some few billions?
Yeah. You know very well that our boys, once you say money, they will come crawling. Yeah. So chances are our president will entice them, and the boys have been doing a wonderful job.
If Chan it was 1.2, so will AFCON be like 1.5 or 2?
But then, like we said last time, is that even the one that they said for Chan, yes, even publicly declaring that yes, they gave the money went to their account for the footballers.
We've never seen anyone spend that money.
Exactly. So chances are it's either if it went there, it was the minute.
So should we say all the players on our team are good with finances? They don't spend extravagantly?
That should be the assumption, but footballers are footballers.
Of course.
You know very well that football comes with showing off.
Yeah.
Which tell me a footballer that you know that doesn't show off.
Nah.
Even the professional ones that you know outside there.
Only one.
N'Golo Kante. But even Sadio Mane.
Yeah, actually, also Mane.
Yeah, also Sadio Mane. But I mean, they are extremists. Those are the ones that you rarely heard of. But I mean, Uganda here, I mean, you don't expect a Ugandan person to have money, and then they just keep quiet.
How do you have 60M and we don't see you in the bond?
You get? It doesn't make sense, especially if you've been trekking.
Something is not right.
Exactly. So, but nevertheless, yes, according to what they told the president, the money went to your account. But our assumption is we should not hear something like our money that we won in Chani, we are still demanding for that money.
When we are in AFCON.
When we are in AFCON. Because remember, the other AFCON where Senegal eliminated us, that was the same issue that came up.
Before going for the game, they were crying for the money. They're like, we need each, they promised each of them 2K.
Yeah, and
they're like, if we don't receive our money, we're not going in for training.
That is USD, yes.
And,
and they didn't, and then before you knew it, Senegal did what?
So you went there for the money or to represent your country?
That is our Uganda now. If you have to wait for the extreme to say that if you don't give me this, I'm not moving. Because that is when people will act. Yeah. Because they did act.
To begin with, I think even some players go on a national team not on merit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what we are discussing. And
on top of that,
we are not going to get deep into there. In our next segment, come with your concrete evidence. 11 players.
Yes.
And then name your 11 players.
Who I think would be.
Exact. And we are not invited. And we'll put it just because you see now, like in the recent qualifiers that were in, there were players that the people would say they would have been benched. But they ended up appearing in the team. So there were some those nitty-gritty things here and there, you know. But again, people decided to keep quiet.
Yeah.
Now, if this happens to be here, hosted here, at later years to come, we will boycott if they don't do it right.
Yeah.
We'll watch other games and boycott our very own game.
Yes.
You get. So, and that was just to move away from that. I want us to get into something that has been perturbing my mind. We are nearly the eve of the Africa Cup of Nations. A glory cup as we patriotic Africans, die-hard Africans, that we think like this is it. Yeah. We are supposed to shine, you know, we are supposed to be everywhere in the world. They are supposed to be talking about AFCON. In the same time, people are advertising for the cup. So I don't understand. Can't World Cup wait?
And by the way, there are still like 6 months left.
Exactly. Can't it wait? Do you have to advertise it this early? Can't you wait for Africa Cup of AFCON to happen and then bring in the World Cup? Do you have to overshadow the AFCON?
I think we talked about this. There is only one problem with that. We accept their money. That is the root cause of everything. So if we accept their money, it means we have to go by their rules.
But you know that this time World Cup is happening in 3 countries. But all those 3 countries are making rounds like nothing. All the media people are focusing on that and not focusing on AFCON. If the AFCON will be given 1 minute, World Cup will be given the entire day.
And those are the worst countries to host the World Cup. For starters, for you to go there and watch the game, they are going to look you, I don't know, every part in your body. I don't know, they are going to insert cameras everywhere in your body.
To show that you're not going to do anything to their countries.
Yes.
But
after that,
yes.
They are going to start their weird thing they do with American football. So calling out one player. One player. This and this, number 5. And then they clap. Come on, that's a wastage of our time.
We came for the game. We didn't came to, create some kind of like commentary or some kind of like theater.
And then they will be calling it everywhere soccer. First we know football.
Yeah.
But since we take their money and we use it to make our president's bellies bigger for our president, because we receive that money, but we don't know where that money disappears to. So when they say something, they won't say no.
Yeah.
They'll just follow. So if they're putting in money in the televisions, football, every country, so they have power over us. If they say outshadow AFCON, they can do it. And the same thing happens with Asian football. The only two known continental tournaments are two: Copa America and Euro.
Exactly.
The rest of us,
Yes.
AFCON, no hype.
Even there's is it the where Son used to play from? Again, so do you think this Africa Cup of Nations is undermined, or they behave like it's near a wastage of time?
By the way, come to speak of it, Russia is in two continents. So does it play the Asian tournament and also the Euro?
We've always seen it playing in the Euros. I've never seen it playing in the Asian side.
But the bigger half of the country is in Asia.
Yes, but you're dodging my question. My question was, do you think Africa Cup of Nations is not considered to be a serious tournament?
To them, yes.
And if to them is yes, as Africans, what have we done?
That's what I've been saying. We have nothing to do.
No, but
If they
it's
take
played
away
by
their
Africans.
funds, if they take away their funds, then we have nothing to show.
This is it also called Total Africa Cup of Nations?
Yeah.
Total operates here. You know what Total does? Mainly energy.
Fuel.
Exactly. So
But
if
America controls most of the fuel reserves.
for Total,
No, like generally.
yeah, but at least for Africa, we are good with Total. So chances are, I mean, if it's our revenue, a common person down there riding a motorcycle buys that fuel, the money gets back to them. So it's more of a corporate agreement.
Because
Give us something, we give you back something. So I think Total is giving back to Africans. So shouldn't be taken as like, don't want to use the word, it's a favor word, but the tournament needs to be respected.
I think the problem is with us.
Remember,
Because, DSTV is a what? It's
I don't know if it's still South Africa or the other way around.
okay, Canal Baltic.
Very
Canal
many
Plus.
things are, yes.
But DSTV was here in Africa. But have you ever seen a countdown for AFCON? But you see for Euro,
Exactly. Talk about it, by the way.
you see for World Cup.
Yes,
What's happening to
I've
us?
never seen a countdown for. And actually, you see the other Euro, they began literally 60 days plus.
Yeah, in 60 days plus like 60 days to Euro. And it's us Africans who are advertising something from Europe.
And I've
Yet
seen
we don't advertise.
any TV station here doing anything like that. So chances are it's like they are, they are also in the thing.
Have you
They have
seen
no
the
idea.
adverts for GoTV and DSTV? None of them have been like, "Quick guy,
Yeah.
AFCON is coming up. You need to pay." No, they're
Nothing.
like, "Man and Arsenal are playing."
Yeah.
This and this. So what's happening to our
So
countries
that
here?
means even us, basically, we are a problem.
Yeah, the problem starts with us.
So we are failing to believe in ourselves.
African nasty. We need to start with ourselves.
Yeah, we are failing. We maybe, but do you want to include Uganda as part of that? Because if you hear our president, usually every time he talks is too patriotic to Uganda.
Yeah.
He believes everything can be done here.
Oh, by the way.
Yes. So
Yeah.
for him, and in fact, he even told, next time we'll come with that clip. Why do we waste time with the EPL? Why? Because he was asking why. And later on, somewhere I read something that if you want to divert people's thinking and my idea and ideology and the likes, give them football.
Yeah, because to be fair, let's say Arsenal wins the trophy. What does it benefit you apart from you being happy?
Nothing.
They are getting the revenue. We are paying TV
Exactly.
to watch that game.
Exactly. We are literally, giving them money.
So they are getting that money, and what are we getting?
Enjoyment.
You see?
So maybe it kills stress.
Because things should start with us. For teams that are going to be in the AFCON, each team, let's say now Uganda, we are in the AFCON, we should be having like billboards everywhere. Like our boys are there in Morocco.
Yeah.
Our boys are going to Morocco. People should be posting about no one has posted a thing. And they are going to post only when Uganda wins.
Yeah.
And to some people, it will be like a shock You see someone post it and be like, "Are you serious?
Exactly.
We won a
Like,
game in the AFCON.
yeah.
Are you being for real?
Yeah.
First, send me that pic. I need to post it as well." Something like that. But we need to have African Nasty. All our channels should be showing countdowns. We should be having advertisements of AFCON.
Exactly.
All
At
over
least let each
continent.
country advertise its country.
Yeah.
Don't advertise for Uganda. No, advertise for your country. Let all our Ugandan channels be advertised for Uganda, and even they line up for Uganda.
Yes.
That on this day and this will be this day, because the lineups are already out there. I mean the schedule. The fixtures are already out.
We have local radio
why
stations
not?
and TV stations. They should all be like, catch these games here, so and so.
In fact, we want if the Premier League coincides with one of the African games when AFCON is playing, we need to be patriotic.
I've remembered something. Do you know how when those guys are broadcasting the games, they don't broadcast the Ugandan games?
Yes. You mean
the radio guys?
Do you mean
why?
You mean our local media?
Yes.
They don't. The last time I was telling you, the reason I think they do is money. These guys fail to pay them money, so hence don't broadcast our stuff. It's about money. That's what I don't think. But yet they are comfortable to stream other leagues.
So the president was lying to us. He's saying when things are owned by private individuals, it's all about money. But when it comes to the government, it's subsidized.
Exactly. But usually that's what happens.
Does that reflect in our broadcasting thing?
Now, that's the part we don't understand. Probably the cost there is extremely high, and even the government itself cannot afford to subsidize it for the guys to listen to or to stream. That could be the only reason. But for a match that is for a country, so let the people watch their game or listen to their game.
The money that forgets from the government, what does it do exactly? If it can't get us these games?
You shared with me a post when we were playing football. So,
by the way, the MPs are playing football instead of working.
Yeah, so you shared me a post saying how they are playing football. So what do you expect?
The economy is failing, they're in the tournament.
Exactly. Spending our money.
Playing each other with their stomachs.
Yes. So anyway, so double S is that the issue is that we need to be as patriotic as possible.
Yeah.
So that the moment we be patriotic as possible, we'll lift Africa back to its glory.
Because that Italian coach was like, Simanyanga.
There are many countries, yes. Like you see, there's even one coach who said, okay, later on he made an apology that people misquote him, saying that Africa Cup of Nations is not considered as a tournament.
By the way,
he apologized later and he said people misunderstood his statement. So when their leagues are playing, how come such comments don't come out?
My question is, how do you misunderstand that statement? How many meaning does it have? It's pretty clear. Remember, English is our second language. Yes. So it's not our native, so you never know. We might have blundered here and there. So that was just to move away from that topic. We'll bring it back when we are now concentrating on, I think, a full segment on AFCON. Yeah. And again, this will come up, but still we'll wind up on this comment saying, let us be Pan-Africans. Yeah. Let us be patriotic. Yes. What is Africa? Let it shine. Yes. Let it rise out there. Let it be the best that someone can ever portray to you. Yes. That is how you can keep the African nasty. Does that word make sense? African nasty? Absolutely. They will come for copyright. Anyway, away from that, that is moving into our sixth segment. That is our key teams in the EPL. Yes. And that was earlier on I was telling you that Crystal Palace is in the 4th position. Yeah. Everton is in the 6th position. So I'll ask you this question again, quickly. Are you surprised? For Crystal Palace, no. For Everton, yes, very. Why? Why Everton specifically? Crystal Palace has always showed potential. But as we said, Everton has been struggling. Always on the line, on the edge.
Exactly.
Almost getting relegated.
For the previous 3 seasons, actually.
Yes. And then they get a new coach, make a few transfers.
That is Moyes.
Yeah.
The one you fired as Man U people.
Because, I mean,
it wasn't
my
serious.
team was doing... Because, by the way, for Moyes, I think he was just unlucky. Because when he came in United, he took over from Ferguson. That is a very, very big shoe.
The expectations were so high. Anyway, getting back to Everton.
So Everton, I think, by the way, Everton is playing really well. They are getting shocking wins that I don't expect them to get. Like the one against Bournemouth. How does Everton hammer Bournemouth? That was a shock.
Yeah. Well, surprising, I was surprised, but like you said earlier, EPL is EPL.
Yeah.
Anyone can hammer you.
You snooze, you lose.
Exactly. Then Crystal Palace, you said they're not surprised. Why?
Everton has, Palace.
As it stands now, like I said earlier, they're in 4th position.
Crystal Palace is strong. I think I also saw a video when Olise and Eze were still in Palace with Mateta.
Yes.
That is the best forward Crystal Palace has ever had.
But
now Eze is an Arsenal. Olise went to Bayern, and Mateta is the only one left. But still, you're seeing what it's doing. Actually, other than the Arsenal defense, the next best defense is Crystal Palace.
So, in other words, Dawres, you're not shocked that Crystal Palace is in that rightful place?
No, I'm not shocked.
What team is surprising you there? So, anyway.
Everton. And by the way, Aston Villa, I don't know also how Aston Villa got to 3rd. They were struggling.
Exactly.
Watkins is not scoring any goals.
Yeah.
And on seeing
he's resurrected.
Them hammer Arsenal, they go into the 3rd position. I'm like, how have you gotten there? But then this is the EPL. You snooze, you lose.
Exactly. So, Dawres, just to move away from the Everton and Crystal Palace newbies. I don't want to call them newbies, but they are really surprising us. I want us to focus on Mo Salah as our key player for this segment. Benched 3 times. One time he was brought in off bench. 2 times he has remained on the bench.
Completely
on the bench, but in the starting lineup. I mean, on that whole lineup. Now, he came out and says in this game that he played, he just came to the stadium to say hi or to wave to his Liverpool fans. And he doesn't know what happens after that. Okay. But at the same time, he goes on his media and says, because he has been quiet.
Yeah.
And he says this, and I quote, I remember a while ago, Harry Kane was not scoring for 10 games. Everyone in the media was like, oh, Harry will score for sure. When it comes to Mo, everyone, Mo is referring to himself, Mo Salah. Everyone is like, he needs to be on the bench. And then he had to apologize for Harry Kane for using him as an example. He says, I'm sorry, Harry Kane. Remember Postogro was the first one who says Salah needs to be benched. On our podcast here, you were the first person who sold him out of your fantasy team. Way literally in the beginning. We've just joined the bandwagon to really showcase this guy. But this is the man that has the most goals for Liverpool, most assists for Liverpool. He has won trophy with his Liverpool. He respects Liverpool. Even he forgot his Muslim religion. He removes his shirt when he scores for Liverpool because of Liverpool.
Yes.
Why does Liverpool want to throw him in the trash?
I think it's inevitable. I think it's an insult that he was comparing himself to Kane. He's insulting Harry Kane.
Why?
We were watching Tottenham's games when Harry Kane was still in the Premier League.
Yes.
Did you see the work rate of Harry Kane? Compare it to Salah. Harry Kane's one game the energy he uses in one game is worth more than 5 games when Salah is in a game in Liverpool.
So, Double Race, you're starting. Why are you attacking Salah?
Because I'm saying, I think, by the way, I hate this when someone compares himself to someone when you're playing in different positions. Compare yourself to someone whom you are playing in the same position. Saka, there's Saka.
Yeah.
We have Madueke.
Yeah.
We have Mbeumo.
Yeah.
We
Actually,
have
you're very...
when you were still in the... Compare yourself to players who are playing in your position.
Yes. 100.
Harry Kane in Spurs, even if he didn't score, you know, there's... When you see determination, you're like, things didn't go your way.
Yeah.
But the energy you've put in, the determination is worth, and maybe let me give you an applause. When you look at Salah's play style and he's flopping, can you say that even him being in the pitch is like a red card? It's like Liverpool has a red card. Like the man is nowhere to be seen completely, not in defense, not in attack.
But Double Race, this is an African man.
Yeah, but
though
still,
he has disrespected the African football.
Let's compare him to the other African players. Some of them are playing in his position.
Like who?
Kudus, Mbeumo, Semenyo. Can you rank him with those players?
You're actually very right.
So don't you see that?
You cannot rank them with those players. Maybe they are still new into the game. They don't have the goals that he has. But the energy and the likes shows high potential.
You know, for me, I don't hate a player who is bad. No. I've never actually been there and be like, you guy, I hate you, or I don't like to see you on my team because you are weak. The person I hate most is the person who thinks he knows a lot of football and is not supposed to help you know in chasing the ball, things like that. And you just be there standing and wait the ball to be brought to you. That's what Salah does. I'm not attacking him because maybe I hate him or anything. No, it's because he's not giving in enough.
And you've seen of recent when he usually loses the ball, he doesn't chase.
He's there standing.
And I have seen a similar issue with Saka. He has started those ideas. He feels now he's a pro, he cannot chase.
You know, he's having the armband.
And you will be shocked that could be the downfall of Arsenal. I mean, if you see the Salah doing the same thing, so do you think he's going to stay in Liverpool come end of the season?
Stay in Liverpool if he adjusts his attitude.
But you had told him to go to Saudi Arabia or Saudi region.
Yeah, that's why you go there and stand and no one cares as long as you have a name for yourself. For them, they just want to make their league popular. But here in the Premier League, you're a burden to your team if you can chase.
Yeah. So, okay, him saying that he came to the Liverpool fans to wave at them or to say bye to them as he go to AFCON. Is it only as AFCON or is permanently leaving Liverpool?
I don't know. I think for now it's just coming for AFCON and we shall see how things go by. Maybe he will get some offers in the January transfer. Do
you think? Exactly, because by the time AFCON gets done, we'll be in there. We'll be in January. Yeah. So, do you think, in your own understanding and analysis, Liverpool needs him?
For now, I would say yes.
Liverpool still needs him.
If he's back to his prime. If he's going to play like that, then no.
He's 33 years.
That kid, what's his name? Ngumoha.
Yeah.
Is a better player.
He's 33 years. Now. He's 33 years. When
he like 3 more years good football.
When he comes back, you know, Africans could be 33 when he's 46.
Of course.
So you think his prime is coming back?
But all I'm saying,
so
by the way, Ronaldo was in Manchester United.
Yeah.
And he wasn't scoring goals.
He was flopping.
And no one was attacking him.
Yes.
You know why? He showed he wanted to score. Things are not just going his way, but he shows passion.
Exactly, yes.
The reason why Salah is getting attacked, it's not because he's not scoring. It's because he likes passion.
Yes.
You look at someone and they're just there, standing by.
I'm a pro.
Yeah, they're doing nothing in the pitch. And then you're getting paid each week. And by the way, he's known better than the coach or the team itself. Everyone gets benched. Once Palmer is getting benched.
Yeah.
Even he showed his frustration when he got subbed off early
Yes.
this previous match, but
you
he
know-
went off.
Yeah, he went off, but you know very well Enzo had already explained how he's going to come. He's not first he brought him in the late minutes. Then now he's benching him, starts but bench him at certain minute. And then now he's going to start play his football. It's a process to come back into the game.
Speaking of being benched, Kevin De Bruyne was being benched almost half the season.
Yes.
You never heard him complain.
Nothing, not even a single word. True footballer.
Yes.
De Bruyne is a legend.
And when he got put on the pitch, he played like the number one player
Exactly,
that Pep
yes.
Guardiola pointed upon.
Exactly.
He said, no. He came on Arsenal and you saw what he did.
Yes.
Even from the bench, do what you can. If you have not been selected for the first team, it's okay. As
Maybe-
long as you're getting paid.
Maybe De Bruyne has been raised with a good background.
So
Because also you know that football being a talent, there's a lot of natural factor in there. Actually, asking you now a question. Do you think Mo Salah is talented?
yeah, I think he's a good player
You
with a
didn't-
good
you
left
did-
foot.
You didn't
He
answer.
is talented.
You didn't answer. But the question is yes or no.
Yes,
Do you
he's
think Mo
talented.
Salah is talented?
Yes, he's talented.
Why does he brand on the national team?
The national team, I don't know. You know, all players have play styles. Maybe it's too soft for the African football.
I have a feeling he scores the games in Liverpool because he's overfed.
That's what we were saying.
Now, the people that have been overfeeding him are no more.
They left. What does that mean?
Everyone-
He's not adjusting.
Exactly.
And he's blaming it on the coach.
On the coach. And the coach told him so. Change. Play within our style.
Even when you get benched, it's not because you are bad at football. It's because the coach has seen you lack something he needs to win the game. And if we go in training and I see your energy is low, of course I'll put in someone who shows passion,
Yeah.
someone who wants to win. So if he's getting benched, it's all on him. He should not blame anyone. And let's see how he plays in AFCON. Maybe he could come back a starter.
Yeah, well, Daures will be focusing on him when we are playing AFCON. I think we'll take a keen eye on him, check his play style, check his runs and the likes on the national team. Look at his passionate.
Yeah.
Is he happy or is he frustrated? We'll be monitoring that. Away from football, on to our next segment for Pod 15. We've titled it as Take Under 16 Years. And you know very well, this is something that is starting to catch up in different countries across the world.
Yeah.
We know that some countries have not yet acted or have not yet, tried to follow on. But a specific country, specifically that's Australia, has come out and then says it is banning technology under 16 years. What we refer to is the social media for whoever is below 16 years. Okay?
Yeah.
And at Davos, I don't know if we have that audio. I wanted you to play that audio and relate that audio according to Africa and of course according to Uganda at large and see how it's supposed to transpire or how it's supposed to be. Okay? So ideally is that we want to listen to what the other leaders think and then compare it with our way we are doing things here. We've seen good things about technology.
Yeah.
But should it be at a certain age? Because for them, 16 is you're considered adult.
Yes.
Here, 18 is when you're considered the adult. Now, double race, when did you first get exposed to social media?
At a very young age, actually, in primary.
And have you benefited from the social media?
Social media, apart from leisure, not much I can say. Though lately I've been benefiting from TikTok. You know, when your FYP, your For You page is full of things you can learn from. Social media can be really an educative platform. But if your platform is full of goofy stuff, for you always seeing people who are doing pranks, people who are showing off, you are following only celebrities. There are people out there only following celebrities. They know everything that's happening in Elijah Chitaka's life, Azawe's life. They really what he ate for lunch, how she slept. They watch live of people sleeping. How do you watch someone sleeping? A full live.
But I wanted just to pose your question. What you said is Elijah and Azawi popular
in Uganda? Yes.
Yes. So why you tag them? Because I don't think those people outside there. Personally, I don't know them, but I hear about them. But I mean, I don't know them.
This is what happens because there are people like who are more popular, like Aisha Speed.
And their popularity. What value does it add to a youth, to someone below 16 or equivalent to 16?
Most of them, none.
There is. I want you to first play that video and then we hear. Okay? Over to you.
Benefits. In 1 week, Australia will become the first country in the world to ban under 16s from having social media accounts. With one law, we can protect Generation Alpha from being sucked into purgatory by predatory algorithms described by the man who created the feature as behavioural cocaine. Through one reform, more kids will have their time back to learn an instrument or a language or walk their dog or master a torpedo punt or the perfect lob pass. Teenage addiction was not a bug, it was a design feature. And on 10 December, there are going to be withdrawal symptoms. Teenagers will be upset, some will fight to get back on, some will manage to find their way around the tech and keep their accounts. But I truly believe the short-term discomfort will be worth the long-term benefits.
All right, so Double Race. I read this, she said something interesting there. Teenage addiction was a bug. That statement means that teenagers getting spoiled from social media, from internet, from etc. Isn't natural.
Of course.
It was scripted.
The algorithm, that's what it does. If you like someone who is famous, that's the content you're going to be getting.
Waste your time on that.
Yeah. And every time you come on your phone, that's the content you get.
So, Double Race, that brings in a serious thing. Is that if it was scripted, someone sat and was like, okay, if I want to make the next generation wasteful, useless, doesn't move anywhere, create social media. Keep them occupied and then waste them. And I'll tell you point blank, I mean, based on what I've seen, they are succeeding.
They are successful. I would also agree on that.
They have succeeded. So if Australia bans it, you think it is something appropriate? You know, here, our president banned Facebook up to now. It's still banned. He showed to them that this is Uganda. And that's the part of being patriotic. He can do something to defy against odds. So if the president wakes up one day and he says below 16 or for us 18. Here, below 18,
or maybe if you're still in high school.
No, below 18. Whether high school or not high school, we don't care if you studied first or something like, you jumped classes. Below 18, no social media. Do you think that can work? And how is that beneficial to our youths?
Okay, again, to some extent, it would work for people in the village. But people who are living in town, people are now exposed to tech. We are exposed to VPNs, and also we are exposed to creating our own accounts. Because once I have a SIM card and it's in someone's someone else's ID and that person is an elder, I can do anything I want.
Yes.
I can create a Gmail account, and once you have a Gmail account, there's something in tech that we call open authorization.
Yeah.
You will access any social media handle you want once you have a Gmail account.
Yeah.
Because you'll be like, send in with Google.
Yeah.
Send in with Google.
Yeah.
Send in with Google. And you will still be on social media. I think that's also the same thing that's going to happen to Australia. To really enforce that law, I don't even know what to do.
You know,
would have to hack into their phones and see the activity of their accounts.
well, that means
Which is
that means chances are that by the time you have a teenager has a phone, all those components are deactivated or disabled. And of course, parental controls they're there. For example, you can see the TV. You can have parental control there. But now kids being clever than their parents.
are also some parents being lazy.
Like
We won't leave that out.
So I mean, do you like because technology has its, in medicine there's a saying, all the medicine that we usually take have side effects.
Yeah.
But they have this belief that they say the advantage outweighs the disadvantage. And hence, it is okay. If you get side effects, the medicine will
That was
work.
what I'm going to say. That some parents who won't even see that social media is bad. Because guess what? When they are growing up, they didn't face these side effects.
Yeah.
Now, some leaders are noticing that Gen Z
It's a worm. It's a bug.
has been spoiled by
Yes,
social media.
it's a bug.
So they are trying to save now the younger generation, because for Gen Z there's nothing you can do now.
I was watching some TikTok someone and I saw a Gen Z issue. They found him in the office doing a recording. Him putting a phone somewhere, and then he's dancing and the likes.
Yeah.
So I think either the manager or the boss took away the phone and it just gave him the resignation letter.
You see what I'm saying?
I can't live without this phone.
I thought it
have
would
your
be
job back.
more worse, like a lawsuit. Now they can go in the court and be like,
Imagine 50 years later from now, our president is a social media guru.
what is going to happen?
Chaos.
Someone is in the meeting with the very important people, and they're like, I'm here with the gang,
Yeah.
making policies for you.
So that was what would you think? Take under 16, I mean under 18 for the case of Africa, and Uganda at large where we belong. Do you think is a good idea? Or let me rephrase this question. Forbid tech under 18 or forbid social media under 18. Agree, disagree, we move on.
Agree.
We move on. Our next segment. Like we said earlier, the words that I said here or the expression and the views belongs to the individual who says them.
Yeah.
Are not great minds as what?
As great minds.
As great minds. So back to football. I know the other topic will not get, but we'll get time and then we echo it back. Probably if we have a Gen Z on the
It's too
podcast.
huge, and if we start speaking about it, we can take like 2 hours.
And I think of recent
weighing the advantages and disadvantages of social media and its impact.
I think next podcast now we have very many Gen Zs back in holidays. I think we need to find one sharp one. And then
The studio will be chaotic.
and then invite them and then they give us their mind, their idea of the tech. We'll give them time to expound such on the issue.
By the way, that's a nice idea.
Exactly. And then they come and then be like, you know what? Yeah, tech, we can have them, 3 of them share mic. And then we hear their views and we ask a question about according, so that at least they can echo their peers and the likes of their I mean, we get to know how they feel. But anyway, that is something that we are going to think about. You should note it somewhere, double S, and then we see who can qualify to come for that particular podcast, who can be, audible and strong enough to speak through a mic.
Yeah.
Do you have candidates?
Yeah, I have. I would have a few in mind. Though
Okay, so-
I also have I have a sample of the responses they are going to give us. In
No
my head.
worries. We will see them, but then hear the samples at a later date.
Okay.
Now I want us to, because that was, you know very well, this today we've been packed at our audience. In fact, we even had to cut up a few segments. So that will really stay within at least 1 hour and 30 minutes. Usually, our podcast are 1 hour, but it was packed, and we are hanging there. We are about to get. We are on our second last segment for this pod 15 for GreatMinds, and that is our fantasizing EPL.
Yeah.
And to start us is one double race, the overall cup.
Yeah.
You need to tell our viewers there what is happening, because they could be playing. I don't know what is happening behind the scene.
By the way, in game week 15,
which is the game week we are in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are. The overall cup is starting in game week 16.
Maybe you need to explain a few about what you mean by the overall cup. What is it there?
Overall cup is it's a cup where we are playing head to head, facing each other
randomly,
and this is participated by every single player who is playing FPL right now, and that is like 16.7 million people. But if you perform well in this game week, you'll advance with a bye. A bye means your scores were good and you just went through.
Waiting for the other guys that don't tally or make the number even to be eliminated, such that the number can be even.
So based off how you're going to perform in game week 15, you might proceed by a bye. And I think if you're above average, most likely you're going to advance with a bye. If you are below, you might get someone who also was below average. And then you guys eliminate yourselves, and then some people come and see how the thing goes. Though head to head is tough for overall.
So it's tough for overall. So do you need to add on anything? Time is not on our side nowadays.
Nothing much, except that each and every game week you get an opponent, and when you have higher points than them, you eliminate them and then you go through.
Exactly. So what the Warriors is trying to say is that keep a lookout into that overall cup.
By the way,
you'll have an opponent there,
your opponent's team,
exactly, and then judge accordingly or adjust your team accordingly. Because you could be playing the way you've been playing as an individual, but now when you're given another person, you have to be tactical enough to hammer them. Show your skill as a fantasizer or as you
have to plan based off their team.
Exactly. The other thing I want us to talk about is the 2 free hits that we have this season. Quickly, in brief.
This season we have 2 free hits. I don't know why, but I've already used mine, and I will say it worked for me. Right now I'm in second place because of that free hit. So it worked for me. And if you haven't used yours, I think it's high time you use it, because you get another one.
Okay. When are we going to get another one?
In game week 20. So you have to use it before game week 19.
Okay. And then the 5 free transfer double race, quickly on that.
We got them because of the players who are going for AFCON.
And when are they starting?
This game week, actually game week 16. If you look in your transfers, you see you have already 5 free transfers. So you have already gotten them. Feel free to use them. For me, I've already used mine. Especially
to take out African players, because they will be scoring a 0 for you if you leave them there.
And if you don't have any African players, then lucky for you. You have free 5 transfers with nothing to do with them. You can keep them. But then remember, the maximum is 5. So if you keep it at 5 and don't use any of them, the next game week you will be wasting your free transfers because they won't add up anymore. So if you have 5 right now, even if you don't have anyone to bring in, add just a little. Use at least 1 just to make sure you're keeping them moving.
So that was just before we get into our teams. I wanted us to look at our Namavondo League as it stands. And before we begin our Namavondo League, I think one of the league there had a birthday this week. I think we'll give him an applause.
A little shout out.
So happy birthday to you. That is Fifi the King. And then, of course, we are seeing Undefeatable blundering this week.
We are closing in.
He brought in a colleague called Chloe.
Yeah.
Gave him one. Started on the bench.
And also Piro.
Actually, that is Piro. Gave him one, started on the bench. And
Savinho.
And interestingly,
one.
He had Munoz. Gave him a 0. And as we speak now, he's injured. Okay.
Yeah.
Savino, 1. Captain Haaland,
blank.
The entire bench.
A lot of injured players.
Do you think undefeatable is becoming undefiable?
Right now, I think he's becoming defeatable. And in the next 3 game weeks,
yes,
we might overtake him.
Because it seems like we are closing in. I see the unit closing in. If we're the king, she's closing in. I'm closing in. Any moment is closing in. There are also some colleagues that have made their own age down there. We have the Kaira FC. We have the Pioneers, the Camp FC, and now we have a newcomer who said that in a few game weeks, he will have removed undefeatable.
I think he thinks they give out free points. He thinks they are for Gambanogu.
As it stands, not even. I think is the last person in the entire EPL.
He thinks the points are for Gambanogu.
He doesn't know what is happening as it stands now. So basically, I think that is how our league is standing in now at double race.
Yeah.
I want us to go into our teams that we are going to focus on this coming game week. Remember, we said in the beginning is that we have 5 transfers that we are supposed to make.
Yeah.
Should you leave them there, you will blunder. Your team will play, but you will score your zeros like undefeatable.
Yes.
So if you don't want to fall in the hands of undefeatable, listen to the podcast and act accordingly. So at double race, I'll begin off with my team. And I see here, Pickford is playing against Chelsea. I'm going for the Bravaka, who is playing against Fulham.
Okay.
Of course, I'll maintain Rodon playing with Bedford. I'll play a Steve with Fulham. Senesi is injured, so I'm bringing in Mukweli, who is playing with Newcastle. Of course, I'm now, since Mbeumo is going, that is still blank for me. I'm still looking for who to put there. And of course, Captain Paloma is in my league. Eze, last warning in my team.
Was it just luck, the hat-trick?
Luck. Could be pure luck. If he blunders against Wolves, me and him, we are done.
Okay.
Of course, Foden staying in my team has shown me wonders. He has so far made me be above average for game week 15. And Gibbs White,
warning?
Not last warning. It's because I had less transfers.
Okay.
He's going out of my team this game week. This coming game week. Of course, I have the one and only Haaland and Thiago. Now, I'm still debating. Paloma has not yet perfected this game properly. But then if he changes his play style, Haaland has blanked this game week, and you saw his energy. I'm likely to give my captain armband to captain, the one and only Paloma.
Okay.
But as it stands, I'm still stuck with the cyborg over to WS.
By the way, before I go into my team, this is a disclaimer. Please don't do as I have done. Some white, I don't know when it was, some white dude said this. Do as I say, but not as I do. So by the way, for me, I've already used my transfers. I had 3 African players.
Why are you scaring us?
I had Mbeumo.
Why are you starting from scaring us?
So this is a disclaimer. But you can proceed as you see fit.
Yes.
In my goal, I want to go with Dubravka.
Okay.
Against Fulham.
It's scored against Man City.
Because Pickford is going against Chelsea. And I have Chelsea players. And I don't want them to face each other. So I'm going with Dubravka. In my defense, Timber.
Arsenal.
Reece James.
You've seen what happened. Have you seen what happened to Arsenal 2-1
they are
against
facing
Aston
Wolves.
Villa?
But they're facing Wolves. That's a good fixture.
Yeah.
And I'm going with James. And
Reece James, will he be back?
Yeah, Reece James is back. Actually, he
Okay.
gave me some good points this game week.
Okay.
And the other defender is new.
Mm-hmm.
He's new in my team. Coyote. I brought in Coyote.
You copied someone's podcast. That's what I'm saying now.
The guy is very energetic. Have you seen his
Actually,
play?
you've just given me a good podcast. I have to get Coyote in. And I was wondering who to remove.
And they have
Now,
they have good fixtures.
Yeah.
Leeds and then on to Wolves.
I know very well Coyote is everywhere.
Yeah. The man is very energetic.
Yeah.
And my midfield, I've gone back to the 4 midfield team because my other midfielder, Caicedo, has a red card. He's on the bench. So I brought in Dewsbury Hall. That is my second transfer. My third, I brought in Bruno Guimaraes because I couldn't go for who? For Gibbs White.
Yes.
And then I also brought in Foden. He's new in my team.
So you brought in Foden after. We are going to stop giving our podcast. You're literally clothing our team.
And I'm also that is a good strategy. And I'm also keeping Saka.
You're keeping Bukayo Saka.
I wanted to bring in Eze for Saka so that I can reserve some cash. But Eze is not performing well.
Bukayo Saka
I'm still scared.
He was benched.
No, he played and he gave me an assist. He got benched in the midweek.
Yeah. In the midweek he was benched. Maybe he was tired. Okay.
But he came on and scored the goal, so he still did blank. So my forward, Thiago. I'm still captaining Haaland. I'm Haaland's die hard.
How about Foden?
No.
You sure?
I'm captaining Haaland.
You sure about Foden?
And I'm also keeping Mateta for 2 more game weeks.
Oh, that's 2 last warnings or
2. If he goes against Leeds and he blanks, he's out.
Okay.
I'm already looking at some good options.
So we are in game week.
This is game week 15.
Game week 15. So we want to look at the predictions for game week 16. That is between 13th December to 15th December. It's a 3-day game week, and again I don't know why. Why is again Man U playing on Monday?
I don't know.
What is the concept? This is like the 4th time in the row or 3rd time in the row.
The last time we played on Thursday. Now we are playing on Monday today.
What is happening
and now we are going to also have to play Monday. Why? I don't know.
I think because you guys are only playing literally one league. All right, so double race.
Yep.
Chelsea against Everton. Given the fact that Everton is in the 6th position
and Chelsea in the 5th, so I'll go with Chelsea.
I'm going for a draw. Liverpool against Brighton. Liverpool home.
Brighton.
You want to change your prediction?
No, Brighton.
Burnley, Fulham. Arsenal, Wolves.
Wolves are getting relegated.
Do you want to tag goals to that game?
3-0.
You're making a clean sheet. Then those games are happening on Sunday at 18. Today we don't have an early game, so at 18 and then 20, 30. Then the last game will be happening at 20.
You know, at 11.
Exactly. That means
the game will be
by one. So those ones who say their husbands come back home late. This weekend will be the last game is starting at 23 East African time and ending at 1.
But every time they came in late, they found a stick waiting for them on the doorway.
Yeah, they will tell them. Now, worst case scenario comes when Arsenal has lost, and again it's Wolves. It will be a battle for the champion. Then, of course, on Sunday, that is 14th December, we have Crystal Palace against Man City.
Tough one.
This is a complicated game.
Tough one.
Yeah, I'm going for a goalless draw.
I'm going to give it to City. It will be close.
That is what I was telling you earlier. Rethink your captain.
For now, I'm
We think your captain Crystal Palace is a die-hard, especially defense-wise. You know Gueye? You have Gueye.
Yeah, I have Gueye.
You will hammer Haaland 5 times. Haaland won't come back to his side.
So you want me to captain Gueye?
The defender. Then we have on Sunday, that is Nottingham Forest against Spurs.
Nottingham Forest.
And then Sunderland, Newcastle. Weird one. Coyote.
It's a tough one.
Isn't it Coyote in Sunderland? Mokile rather.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I'm going to go with Sunderland.
West Ham, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Both are on form.
By the way, yeah.
So you still go for Aston Villa?
Yeah, I'm still going with Aston Villa.
This time they will be, the West Ham is home, they will be playing Bubbles. You don't want to see Bubbles?
Of course, yeah. They'll make their bubbles. But if you are to lose, even if you bring Jesus,
you lose.
You lose.
Does that justify Arsenal's goal? Aston Villa's goal against Arsenal?
Yeah, they tried to clear the ball.
They tried everything, sleeping on the ball, even wanting to touch the ball, but surprisingly the ball refused to be touched.
And it went in.
Then, of course, we have our last game on Sunday. The games on Sunday, actually, we have an early kickoff of Man City at 17. And then the last game is starting at 9:30. That means by 10 we should be through. So then that's 19:30. That is Brentford against Leeds, but I don't know why it's being put there. I think this is the time we'll do our podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so what's your prediction on that game? Brentford, Leeds?
Brentford.
And of course, the last game for that game, week 16, is coming on Monday. And that is the usual losers versus Bournemouth.
Who are in the 12th position, but once we win, we are going to be in the 5th.
That is when you win today.
In the 6th, 5th.
When you win today, like just in a few, the game is about to begin a few hours from now.
Yeah. And once you see that we are going to win, come on, this is Wolves. They are trailing at the back of the table.
Okay, today you're playing against Wolves. What happens if you lose this game today?
Then we shall say.
Are you also going to keep your hair?
It is what it is, and we can't sleep. Actually, for me, I think I need to set the winning streak to 3. Actually, if you want to cut off your hair for Man United, set them to 2. Be like, get 2 consecutive game weeks, go in the saloon. Otherwise, you're about to get an afro.
All right, so WRS, I think we've really gone through a heft of agendas here. We began off with the results for both game week 15 and 14. We looked, of course, at the key players. We looked at the EPL table as it stands. So, of course, finding our surprises of Crystal Palace and Everton in the top 6.
Yeah.
And, of course, we looked at the local scene. We looked at why some radio station is not paying its employees. And then, of course, we are looking at trying to follow up a certain topic that Mutiaba is trying to air out everywhere. It's not conclusive enough, but we'll dig deep into it. We looked at Uganda being in the Group C of the AFCON that is about to begin. And we also discussed on why AFCON is not being in the limelight now. It is about to begin and they are forefronting World Cup. Of course. And then we looked at the key teams, of course, Crystal Palace and Everton. And of course, we discussed Mo Salah's comment and the easy Abu Saadi performance. Terrible performance. And also we had the tech segment which we quoted as take under 16 or rather take under 18 for the African context. And we looked at why tech should be there and the likes, etc, etc. Of course, we looked into our fantasy teams. Our AP looked at the overall cup that we know very well has begun. We looked at the hits, the free hit, the 5 transfers that we need to consume, and then we looked at our teams, and of course we so far looked at our prediction. Double race, in your concluding words, first I want you to tell me about today's game. You still have a chance to change your prediction that you made in the previous podcast.
By the way,
that is Wolves against Man U. Remember, Man U is away against Wolves. What is your prediction? Don't explain.
All I want to say, Arsenal haters, please don't sleep. Keep your eyes peeled and watch the game. And you're about to see it noted in history that Man U hammered 5-0 on a Monday, 8th December. So please stay tuned. By the way, haters, when we score the second and third goal, don't go and sleep. Please finish the game. Want you to watch all the goals. So please don't sleep early.
All right. So, and one other thing that I want to ask you, are you excited about AFCON?
Yes, I am. Because I want to see...
Target within your closing remarks.
I'm really excited. I want to see our players, our fantasy African players, how they will cope when they are playing here in Africa amongst themselves. No playbook, no nothing. Go there and show us some talent. Show us what you got. Show us why you are the one representing your country.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very excited. And by the way...
Are you going to Morocco?
Dunguliocha. Shall be watching the game from the TV.
Okay.
But I think we are very excited, and I'm also very, very excited because we are among the teams that are going to be playing.
Yeah,
Uganda.
Remember the previous AFCON that we're watching actually here is that again it was on TV, but you would see how we are so patriotic about when they were, especially that part where when they sing the national anthem.
Yeah,
we would like stand and then be with the team.
And also sing.
And remember when we were in Nambole there when Uganda was playing again, we did the same thing, like trying to show that this is it, this is Uganda. So with that energy, like you say, if we support that team, that crazy, they bring their funny roses.
Magogo will face it rough. And he likes the limelight. He might be there. You see him in the stands, seated somewhere.
Yeah.
Watching the games.
In the executive. On your money.
And after we lose that game.
So double race, I want you to close. Today we will shoot extremely high. 1 hour and so far 41 minutes into the podcast. I think we deserve an applause. Yes.
And by the way, you see, we've gone this long when we cut some things up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now imagine we had let everything to stay in the podcast, in the agenda.
Yeah.
We would have spoken for like 3 hours.
So your closing remarks include the politics?
My closing remarks? No. Maybe something I would like to say about the social media thing. A lot of wonders, by the way, are happening every day.
In one line.
And we miss them because our faces are always in the phone. Someone, he's in traffic jam and the lights are holding him for like 30 seconds. He's holding the phone, scrolling through TikTok. And maybe you never know, something might pass there, someone interesting, someone you know, and maybe something good, maybe a comment is passing in the sky, and we miss all of this because our faces are always immersed in the phone. So all I can say is, minimize the screen time.
Use
social media is not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Minimize it.
So you had it right, and the other thing, it's against our rules to text. We're driving, use the phone. We're driving, so and we've seen this happening. Like 1, 2, 3. What is that thing that burning that is on the phone that you park somewhere and then says the phone accordingly? So colleagues, remember, politics is around the corner. Christmas is around the corner. What is important during this period? Stay alive.
Yep.
Keep healthy.
Yep.
Eat well. Be happy.
Of course. And
make sure whatever you do, if it doesn't excite you and it annoys you, drop it.
Yes. Everything we do, by now the end goal is to be happy.
It's be happy. Basically, that is what we're saying. That's
you
what
go
we're
to work to earn money to make you feel happy. Get you the things you need so that you become happy.
Exactly.
So anything that is going to make you sad or depressed, let it go.
Exactly. Keep in mind that you're not healthy. You lose literally everything that you have. So always try it as much as you can to be happy. Stay safe. And before I wind up our social media handles, no, the other podcasters missed. This is like the 7th episode.
Season.
we will give him a kabaim at later date. So our media handles.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Every handle, it's the GreatMinds Pod 256. We highly appreciate everything you do to listen to us and also leave something that can make us improve in the future. So please stay tuned in until next week.
And keep in mind that liking this podcast or following this podcast, Chiyambagwe.
Yeah, by the way, Chiyambagwe.
We are not doing this for the case of like so.
Chiyambagwe.
Information is free.
Yeah. And remember, don't act as if you alone watching the video gives us 1,000 views. No, it gives us 1.
Yeah.
So please, Chiyambagwe.
To share with
like
others.
And comment, yeah.
And share with others. Anyway, this is how we've vlogged today. This was our episode 15 of GreatMinds. We are soon taking over the podcast.
Yep.
And becoming number 1 in Uganda. Not in the world. We just want to start from Uganda.
Yeah.
And then we try to show and prove that this is really good for us on our end. So as we sign out, keep in mind, we will echo this again. We are in December, a lot of excitement. People drive as if the world is not coming to an end. Just stay safe, avoid commotion, avoid chaos, and what most importantly, keep healthy, enjoy and chill out. See you then when the Man U has lost to Wolves.
No, but
Shout out.
tuned in.